Hello everyone. In my last presentation, we learn about policies and programs of inclusive education in detail. In today's presentation, we will learn about acts of inclusive education implemented in India for disabled persons. The first act is the Mental Health Act 1987. This act replaced by the Lunacy Act of 1992. Purpose of this act was to regulate admissions to hospitals or nursing homes of mentally ill persons who do not have sufficient understanding to seek treatment on a voluntary basis and to protect the rights of such persons while being detained. Some important provisions of the act are: mentally ill persons has the right to be admitted, treated and taken care of in a hospital or nursing home established or maintained by the government or any other person for the treatment and care of mentally ill persons. Even mentally ill prisoners and minors have the right of treatment in hospitals or nursing homes of the government. Mentally ill persons undergoing treatment shall not be subjected to any indignity, physical or mental, or cruelty. A mentally ill person shall be entitled to the services of legal practitioners by order of a magistrate or district court if she or he has no means to engage a legal practitioner of his or her circumstances so warrant in respect of proceeding under the act. So, the mental health is all about that governs the care and treatment of the disabled people who experiences mental illness or mental disorder. The main aim of act that to ensure people should receive the possible care and treatment in least restrictive manner. These are the some examples of mental illness: bipolar disorder, depression, personality disorder, psychological disorder, stress, etc. Role of Rehabilitation Council of India in mainstreaming the special category learner with reference to RCI Act 1992. RCI Act 1986. On September 1992, the RCI Act was enacted by Parliament. The Act was amended by Parliament in 2000 to make it more broad basis. Professionals who can apply for RCI accreditation: clinical psychologist, rehabilitation counselor and administrator, rehabilitation workshop managers. So, RCI 1992, it's all about good quality services to various rehabilitation personnel by providing qualified professionals, fulfillment of educational needs regarding qualitative measures, and workshop must be arranged for professionals. So these are the objectives of RCI Act 1992. Person with disabilities, equal opportunities, protection of rights and full participation. Act 1995. The Comprehensive Act covered 7 disabilities, namely blindness, low vision, hearing impaired, locomotor impaired, mental retardation, leprosy, cured and mental illness. These 7 disabilities are included in this act. Person with Disability Act, which deals with the education, mentions that the appropriate governments and the local authorities here ensure that every child with a disability has access to free education in an appropriate environment till he attains the age of 18 years. And or to promote the integration of students with disability in normal schools. The Act provides for both preventive and promotional aspects of rehabilitation like education, vocational training, employment, reservation, researches and manpower. All about providing equal opportunity in development, maintaining barrier-free environment for disabled person and rehabilitation services provided to disabled person. National Trust for the Welfare of Persons with Autism, Cerebral Palsy, Mental Retardation and Multiple Disabilities Act. Objectives of this Act. The objective of National Trust in particulars are to enable and empower persons with disability to live as independently and as fully as possible within and as close to their community as possible. To facilitate the realization of equal opportunities, protection of rights and full participation of persons with disability. To extend support to its registered organization to provide need-based services and to evolve procedures for appointments of guardians and trustees for persons with disability. So, National Trust of Welfare of Persons with Disability Act 1999 followed by Equal Opportunity provided to disabled people, providing the required services and providing employment to disabled people. Implementation of IED Integrated Education for Disabled under Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. Implications of RTE Right to Education Act 2009, NCF National Curriculum Framework 2005, NCERT National Council of Education and Research Training. Objectives of IED Integrated Education for Disabled: to provide least restrictive environment to disabled children so they may grow and develop like other children. To integrate the children with mild to severe disability to formal government schools, parent siblings counseling, to support manpower development activities and train required personnel such as normal school teachers, diet lecturers and itinerant teachers. So IED is all about maintaining environment for overall development of disabled person, counseling of parents and sibling, integration, quality teachers or trained teachers. Integrated education for disabled is all about these all. National Trust for the Welfare of Person with Autism, Cerebral Palsy, Mental Retardation and Multiple Disability Act. The objective is to empower families to retain their disabled members within the family and the community. The trust reaches out to disabled persons and their families and provides a range of relief and care services. Services may be provided through institutional care or in the homes in case the families and their disabled members are unable to access the services outside the house. So, National Trust for Welfare of Person with Autism, Cerebral Palsy, Mental Retardation and Multiple Disability Act 1989 served as to empowering families, provide required measures to disabled people and residential care and facilities provided to the disabled people. Right to Education Act RTE 2009. The RTE Act requires survey that will monitor all neighborhoods, identify children requiring education and set up facilities for providing it. The World Bank Education Specialist for India, Sam Carlson, has observed the RTE Act is the first legislation in the world that puts the responsibility of ensuring enrollment, attendance and completion on the government. It is the parents' responsibility to send the children to schools in the US and other countries. The right to education of persons with disabilities until 18 years of age is laid down under a separate legislation. The Person with Disability Act, a number of other provisions regarding improvement of school infrastructure, teacher-student ratio and faculty are made in the Act. So, RTI came in force on 1 April 2010 under Article 21A of the Constitution of India, fundamental right of education of every child between 6 to 14 years. Reservation should be 25% seats. The Act also provides the no child shall be held back for education. Rights of Persons with Disability Act 2016. According to the Act, any person who intentionally insult or intimidates with intent to humiliate a person with a disability in any place within public view is punishable with imprisonment to increase the job opportunities of person with disabilities, the act has increased the reservation quota from 3% to 4%. Another very important feature of this act is the provision of special court in each district. These special court will be handle cases pertaining to the violation of rights of person with disabilities. A large number of children with disabilities do not get proper education in India. This act proposes that every child with disability gets free education from the age of 6 to 18. State governments will constitute district level committees to address the local issues of person with disabilities. Office of Chief Commissioner and the Office of State Commissioner of Person with Disabilities have been given more powers. So, in RPWD, that is Rights of Person with Disability Act 2016, respects disability, provide job opportunities. Committees should be made at local and district level for solving the issues regarding disabled person. Reservation quota should be 3% to 4%, and special courts in each district for handling cases of violation of disabled person. So thank you one and all.